In this video, we're going to modify our nested loops program to output something like this. This pyramid was actually created using nested loops. Now I'm going to show you how to use nested loops to create this kind of situation. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to change the output from, or the starting point from 0 to 1. We leave the outer counter counting up till 10, so it'll essentially count from 1 to 10. The second thing we're going to do is the same thing for inner counter, and we're going to do something very strange here. What we're going to do is, rather than having inner counter count up until 5, we're going to modify it so that it counts up until outer counter. So in other words, with each iteration of the loop, inner counter is going to count from 1 until what is the current value of outer counter. Now to understand that, let's say we start off at 1 with outer counter. Immediately it goes into the loop, and within this loop, inner counter will count from 1 until 1. So it basically goes through one iteration of the loop. When outer counter becomes 2, then inner counter will count 1, 2, and then it'll end, and then outer counter becomes 3. Alright, so that's the first, the next step. Next, we got to remove the current output and output our stars. Alright, and now you may be wondering, how is it if we are printing outputting individual stars, how is it that we're getting them next to each other? Because system.out.println automatically breaks the line. So if we leave it like this, all we'll get is one continuous line of stars going top to bottom. Now to fix that up, we're going to replace the system.out.println with system.out.print. Alright, so system.out.print actually does not break the line, so it just continues. But this creates another problem. And that problem is, now we're going to get this one continuous horizontal line of stars. So with each iteration of the loop, it's just going to place more and more stars next to each other. Now to do this, what we're going to do is, to fix this, at the end of each iteration of the inner loop, we're going to put in a system.out.println. So this one is going to print absolutely nothing. All it'll do is to break the line. So with each iteration of the inner loop, it'll break the line. Start again. Iterate through the loop, break the line, start again. Now let's see how this works out. Hopefully there's no errors here. Alright, that compiled properly. We run it, and there we have it. It's printed out the pyramid shape. Now there's something interesting for you to try out. You can try printing the pyramid in reverse order. Rather than the sharp point being at the top, you could make the sharp point be at the bottom.